Hey guys, I'm Rob and I'm back after my short 1 week break, so welcome back to the channel. Now I thought I'd fire up today's episode with another brand new model review, and what I've got to show you today is the brand new Ferrari Roma made by BBR Models. Now when I first saw the Roma, I guess I was like a lot of people, we saw a lot of Aston Martin in the shape, but after watching a few YouTube reviews of the real car, I can see a lot of the new Ferrari DNA in the design of this particular car, and the Roma was actually designed as an entry-level Ferrari, if there's such a thing as an entry-level Ferrari. But anyway, today's model review is of the brand new BBR Ferrari Roma. Now, when this popped up on the pre-order page of BBRModelStore.com, it wasn't actually that long ago, so they've brought this model to market very, very quickly. I still have a few BBR models that were pre-ordered long before the Roma that still aren't ready, so maybe they were just trying to beat MR Collection to the punch. But either way, this model was initially released in Portofino red. You'll see it in a gunmetal grey, I think it's a Silverstone grey, Giallo Modena, and I've got the slightly limited Rosso Corsa version. So we've reviewed a ton of BBR models before, just come in these plain red boxes with a little bit of chrome BBR branding, little label on the end which shows what model is inside. Now if we lift the lid off, I did order this model with the optional clear display case. Models do come with a certificate of authenticity from BBR, and the model is packaged inside wrapped in a cloth. Now this is the Rosso Corsa 322 version of the brand new Ferrari Roma. This also has the diamond cut wheels and the tan coloured seats inside as well, which I just felt looked a little bit better than the very first announced Rosso Portofino colour with just the silver wheels and the black interior. So I think this one has a little bit more appeal to it. Not as many in the production run as the Portofino red, but still a worthy addition to the collection. So we'll get this out, we'll put it on the turntable, and we'll have a closer look at this brand new model from BBR. Okay, so first impressions of this new Ferrari Roma. I think it looks fantastic, and obviously BBR have smashed it out of the park with this particular model, built to their usual high standards. So I actually really like that new red egg crate style grille in the model. I do like the tail lights on this model, as well as the colour combination of the Rosso Corsa and the diamond cut wheels. But let's start with the base. So they do come on these black leatherette bases with the red stitching. BBR always do a great job with these laser cut emblems. Says Roma. You've got your little Ferrari emblem at the back here, and you've got the limited edition plaque on the back here. So this Rosso Corsa red version is limited to 170, and this is number 142. So I'm definitely at the upper end of the run of this one. Now these models can be removed from the base. They have a layer of felt underneath. You can feel where the screw hole is with your finger. Just put a little cut in that felt and you'll be able to unscrew the screw and remove the model from the base. Now, as I said, usual high quality from BBR, and the paint is no exception on this model. Superb application of Rosso Corsa red paint, super glossy, and absolutely no flaws anywhere in the paintwork on this model. So really impressive there. So let's start having a look at the details on this model. As I mentioned, it's a new version of the old egg crate style grille. This time it's color coded in red. It does actually have the parking sensors molded into the top of that grille. It does have a carbon fiber decal front splitter here with a little red color coded insert in the center. The carbon fiber looks great, and it is fully clear coated in gloss, so that looks really very good. It does have a large piece of photo etch mesh underneath the section there. There is a blanking panel in behind that, but it does still have depth to the front of the model. Same as the egg crate grille, this is hollow, and there is a silver radiator front piece set back behind that to give it depth. Does have a nice little photo etched Ferrari emblem on the nose of the model. They've done a reasonably good job on the headlights. They're not super detailed, but they do have nice clear plastic as the lenses, and the little projector headlamps in there are just like a chrome decal or sticker, but it doesn't detract too much from the model. So quite nice details in the front of the model. Does have some little clear turn signals on the side. Now this model, you will notice that it does have the Scuderia shields on the side. These Portofino models do not come with that emblem. I have added those myself. You used to be able to buy these little BBR decal sheets for Ferrari logos. You can still find these on eBay, and I actually used the shields off one of those sets and applied them because I thought this car looked a little bit naked without the Scuderia shields on the side. So the shields I have added, they don't come standard with those. Now they've done a good job on the mirrors. The bases are black and color-coded body. They use super reflective material in behind the mirrors. The windscreen wipers are actually in photo etched mesh as well, which look quite realistic. And of course they use super clear plastics in the windows of these models. So front windscreen, side windows and rear window, super clear. Now of course it has a full gloss carbon fiber side skirt extension as well, which is beautifully done. One thing you gotta love with these resin models is the paint finish and all the carbon fiber finished, unmatched by anyone else. If we go to this side of the body, it does have the fuel filler here, and then we move around to the rear of the model with these quite unique style of tail lights, sort of open on the top of the body, sort of reminiscent back to the Enzo and the Ferrari F430 where the top of the light was exposed and came out of the body. Just a different shape here on this particular model, but I really do like the tail lights on this model. Rear window does have the third brake light in the top of it, and you have your demister lines on there also. Of course, we've got a little bit of carbon fiber on there as well, which is actually on the real car, the automatic spoiler that raises up. And going with the rest of the model, we also have full gloss carbon fiber rear diffuser around the back. We've got the quad tailpipes to either side, and we've also got the Ferrari Roma number plate on there as well. There is a small piece of mesh in the center there also. So exterior wise on the model, I think it looks really quite good. Considering this is a entry level Ferrari, I'm sure that it will be actually quite a successful car for Ferrari, and they will sell a lot. Now let's talk about the wheels, because this particular model has these diamond cut wheels, and I think they've done a fantastic job on them. It is a gunmetal grey on the inside of the spokes, and then of course the face of the spokes and the rim is painted in silver to give you that diamond cut look. There's actual little metal bolts in there for the wheel nuts, and you do have a little valve stem on there also. And I think they've done a really good job on the carbon ceramic brake rotors. And of course, this is wearing the black brake calipers, excuse me, with the white Ferrari decals as well. So really good job on the wheels and tires and brakes on this model. They look super realistic. And while we're talking about the wheels, I think the stance of this model is spot on. It's not too high and it's not too low. From the press photos of the real car, I think the stance is very good on this model. So that pretty much wraps up the exterior of the model. As I say, nice little details throughout, great use of the full gloss carbon fiber decals, and the wheels are really very good on this model, and the nice little details throughout, tail lights, and with the addition of the Scuderia shields on the side, I think it looks fantastic. Now obviously there is no engine detail on this model. This is a sealed resin model, and this brings me back to the point about the models being all the same price with BBR. So if you can buy a Ferrari model, an F40 model say, for the same price as this, but it has full engine detail in the back, why are these models the same price? I honestly feel like a front engine car that just has body and interior detail should be slightly cheaper than a Lamborghini or a Ferrari model that has full engine detail in the back. So there's just not as much work needed or parts needed to produce these cars. So I think honestly they should be cheaper than say a F40 or a Lamborghini Aventador that has a lot more visible parts and would take longer and cost a bit more to make. So these should be cheaper. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Let's talk about the interior of this model. As I say, this Rosso Corsa version actually has the black and tan colored interior, and it just highlights a little bit more. When you've got a interior which is all black, it is very hard to see all the details inside, but with this one being tan, you can see all the details. So pretty good job on the dashboard of this model. You do have your air conditioning and your stereo system vents on the top. You can actually see the steering wheel and the photo etched metal gear shift panels, and maybe you can see some of the center console here as well, which has a big touch screen in the middle of it. I'll try and hopefully you can see that, but it's got a beautiful steering wheel, instrument cluster inside, and some nice details on the steering wheel as well as that center console, which has the touch screen in the middle of it. Now I really like the center console in this one. It seems to have like a central bridge style which runs down through the middle and separates the passenger and the driver, and of course you've got the tan bucket seats with some red trim in there, and they have the Cavallino horse logos on the headrest. Of course you've got photo etched and cloth seat belts in the model, and from what I can see it looks like it has some textured paint for the carpet on the floor of the model. So hopefully you can see those details in through there. Now it does have a back seat in this Roma, but it is so small I don't know how any adults would fit in there, and it also has the cargo discreet cover which slides over, which you can see is just black to hide the cargo area of the model. But I think they've done a really good job on the interior of these models. These BBR interiors on these resin models are just killing it compared to Auto Art composite models. The detail is so much higher, but of course the sacrifice is these are sealed resin models and you cannot open them. So that doesn't bother me. I just want the best quality replicas of the cars I like, and BBR have done a fantastic job of this Roma. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the review of this brand new Ferrari Roma. Now, if I was to give this one a Rob score, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. If it had the Scuderia shields on there, I probably would have given it a 9 out of 10. And if it was slightly cheaper than their other models that have engine detail, I probably would have given it a 10 out of 10, because it really is a superb model. But that's going to wrap up today's review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click that subscription button. Don't forget to click the bell notification, and if you like the video, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. The quicker we grow, the more models I can give away. So hopefully we'll hit 20k before the end of the year, and I can give another model away to all you subscribers. But yep, that's going to wrap up today's review of this brand new BBR Models Ferrari Roma. Stay tuned. I have the Koenigsegg Gemera on the way. That should be here in the next day or so, and as soon as I get that one, I will review that for you as well. So another model review, model build to reveal before the end of the year also, so stay tuned for that one. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.